What is going on? It's your boy Warner Brother, and we are back with some more Need for Speed No Limits. It's been a little while. I had to take a little bit of break from it, but we are back with a brand new update. That's right, the Mousetrap update, I believe it's called. So what's new with this update? Paradigm is making the moves, and you and your crew are the only ones who can stop them to bring the powers that be to their knees or lose everything great about the underground. We, of course, have the Mousetrap event, which ends today. Yeah. Apparently I missed out on it trying to do those vault events. But I was okay. We'll try to get it when we go back around, when it comes back as a flashback event. So, do scrappy street racers have a chance against the status quo? Punch up for the best you can in the Mousetrap special event. And to win the Koenigsegg C850 if you succeed, which of course we won't be doing that. Of course, we could also fight the law and win to earn a KTM Expo GTXR in the new Breakout special event. We also have a new Fast Lane, and boy oh boy, I've been kind of excited about this one. And we get to win the 1973 911 Carrera RSR, which was a huge car in like Need for Speed Heat and like I believe Unbound as well. Super quick. Of course, adding new events to the vault, like the crew trials with the Pontiac Firebird. We also have two new wraps celebrating Carnival and the Lunar New Year. So Carnival is basically Brazil's version of the New Year. They celebrate that every single year. And of course, the Chinese New Year. This year is the Year of the Dragon. And that wrap is sick. Absolutely awesome. We also have some flashback events. Of course, Rise of the Tiger, which we've completed before, and Doppelganger as well. Which in our case are probably two other events that replace those. So it's time to get racing. It's time to... Oh, wait a minute. We might not be missing out on it. We'll hop back in the Mousetrap here probably next episode, actually. Of course, we have the Breakout event, and it shows everything about the update as well. So, yeah, awesome. Let's go ahead and grab our gold, our race skips. We also have two new missions. So you have to drift a total of 10,087 yards to get the Carnival wrap. We have to burn 2,224 seconds of nitro, because 2024, for the Dragon Dance wrap. Okay. We could definitely do that. We also got some brand new promo active where we get blueprints for the Shelby Daytona Coupe in the next 17 minutes. Okay, so we're going to miss out on that. That's fine. And we got some new stuff in the store that ends in a day. We get the Countach LPI 800-4, which is the newest Countach. $35. Not bad. Not going to go for it. We also have the Range Rover Sport SVR No Limits upgrade pack. We do have this particular vehicle. It's quick, it's big, it's mean, it's burly. And we're not going to go for this pack. But it's nice. We also have the F35 Berlinetta Ferrari upgrade pack. Also very nice. I don't think I'm going to go for this one, even though that would be beneficial. Not bad for $10, but I think we're going to pass on that one. What we are going to go for, of course, we got our gold, we got our race strips. We are going to go ahead and grab the first of 5 free upgrade crates of the day. Also, the 2 vault events I did not finish, but we will be doing time extensions for both later on to try to, of course, win those events. Checking out blueprints to see what we got. Oh, plenty of blueprints to go for. Materials, on the other hand, we don't quite have the money for. We'll come back to get all those materials, because we will need those materials. And we're going to start things off a little bit differently just because time restraints. We're going to go ahead and do the currency races. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to go ahead and run through the currency races. We're going to replenish the tokens because I do need the funds. We need all the money that we can get. Gold, I'm not worried about. We're going to do an event, but we're not going to do an event in this episode. So we're going to focus solely on the racing. It's been a while since we did the daily grind because I've been grinding out special events. Of course, I also fell sick a couple weeks ago, and I'm basically fully recovered from that. Y'all already know about that. Also, big breaking news. Two big breaking news in the sport, in the same sport, the same motorsport, Formula One. That's right. If you guys have been keeping up with Formula One news, you will already know the two biggest storylines into the brand new season and even into next season and other seasons to come. First piece of news as we go across the finish line in this race, Andretti. That's right, the brand new entry for Formula One, the Andretti Autosport, has been denied by the Formula One management team. They've been approved by the FIA, which is the first half of the battle. They've already completed that, but they've been denied by Formula One management, which is the second half. It's basically the commercial rights, everything that basically keeps Formula One, all the commercial rights, all the TV, Liberty Media as well. So all the big wigs and all the political and financial stuff, they denied Andretti for 2025 and 2026, stating that they feel like they wouldn't be competitive enough, and also stating that they wouldn't bring enough value to Formula One, and quite the opposite, Formula One would bring more value to the Andretti name, which seems kind of bullshit and kind of like a gut punch. But if you want more information on that, there's actually a video by one of my favorite YouTubers. I will link that in the community tab later on, and he breaks it down quite well as to what all this could potentially mean. But there's been a ton of outrage. Everybody's been wanting Andretti to come into Formula One, except for really the F1 teams, majority of them. Me personally, I would have thought that Andretti really got my vote to join F1. It would be cool to see an 11th team, not on top of an 11th team, but another American team besides Haas, which hasn't been performing all that well in Formula One, jumping in and basically shooting their shot. And honestly, that would have been pretty dope to see. But the powers that be have denied them. They did cite, however, that they will potentially accept them in 2028 when Cadillac, which is their partner that they plan on joining forces with in 2028, becomes an engine supplier. That will apparently be their biggest boost to join in Formula One. Time will tell on that. The other big piece of Formula One news that just happened today, Lewis Hamilton, 7-time world champion, winner of 103 races total in Formula One, it's been announced, but not officially, that he will be joining Ferrari. That's right. After spending, 12, 13, 14 seasons coming up with Mercedes, he will be joining Ferrari in the year 2025. So at the end of this season, he will no longer be a Mercedes driver. He will be leaving Toto Wolff and the Mercedes-AMG Petronas Formula One team to join Scuderia Ferrari and Frederick Vasseur to join literally the historic Ferrari outfit. Like, I don't think there's a single driver, much less person, that is into Formula One who wouldn't want to be a Ferrari driver. Like, joining Ferrari, even though as trash as they are, it's like becoming a Navy SEAL. You just become that person. Like, whether you're a man or a woman, you just become that person. You are that badass mother lover, and it's just like you are that person. Like, you join Ferrari, you are that person, no matter how crap you are at the team, or no matter how crap the team is. You instantly have rock star status for like just joining Ferrari. And I feel like that's why every single time I played any of the F1 games, I always chose to drive. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Also, outside of motorsports, I've uploaded a bunch of old gaming clips that I've had saved up. I figured new month, new year, might as well showcase some old stuff that I've had. I have an entire playlist of old game clips that I've added each and every single day for the month of February, and the first week of March we'll release a brand new video that will be released at noon. Of course, that is local time where I'm at, so of course check your times to see whenever that will be released. Each one is no more than 30 seconds long. In fact, one of them is like 10 seconds long, but still, just short little fun little gaming clips from, of course, back in the day, way before I even started getting into YouTube. So feel free to check that out and other videos as well. But enough of me ranting and raving and more of me driving, which of course I've been doing. I've been doing 4 races during this entire time. We have 10 minutes to try to do 6 more races and try to get it done as quickly as possible. So we are lined up and we're ready to go. In fact, we just did this race. But let's see if we can do it better than we did last time. A better launch, but not the greatest launch. I feel like I'm kind of sort of getting back into the swing of things. Hopefully we can just string it all together. Big contact on that wall there. Trying to keep it together. Also speed there. A ton of speed coming through that corner. And across the line just under 36 seconds. Not bad, but we know we can do it a lot faster. We go a lot faster. I say a lot, but that's really marginal. I know one thing is for sure, we are definitely going to go after this money. We need this money. Of course, after we finish the tuner trials, we also do need to work on the PvPs. And I believe there might be a brand new car series. Don't quote me. Nothing is confirmed until we dive into car series, but potentially new car series. Potentially. We'll see. Oh, just missed out on that launch. That's alright. Two of the biggest things that I'm mostly concerned about is trying to get as much drifting and nitro boosting that we can so we can get those 2 brand new wraps that came with the update. And I think I kind of figured out what wraps for what kinds of cars. I'm thinking maybe doing the Lunar New Year wrap on the like non-fully staged up cars, like cars that don't have all the stars filled up. And we're gonna do the Carnival wrap on all the fully staged and maxed out cars, except for like, you know, the Skyline. We're gonna keep the R34 exactly the same because that's more like a tribute car for Paul Walker. Of course, the Mustang GT that we did for Ken Block, we're keeping that the same as well. And we completed one of the missions, I believe. Yes, we did. There we go. We got the Carnival, or the Parade Party wrap. It actually looks pretty nice from the little preview there. But we still got more racing to do. Lined up, ready to roll. Here we go. Did well this first time we went on this course. And we're going to try to do it again here. Some speed go. Keep it up. This is rapid. That was a good run. Did well to keep our speed up, minimize the amount of wall hitting that we've used. We actually used the wall to our advantage a bit, so really solid run actually. Let's see. Some speed there. Ooh, that was very quick. Under 25 and a half seconds. That was a really quick run. Over 5 seconds faster than my opponent. He was really flying through that course. Also, this loading screen, so crispy. Looks fantastic. Whoever designed that, they did a fantastic job. Ooh, still didn't get the perfect launch on that one, but that's okay. Ooh, continue to try to push. Wow, a ton of speed that we gained though. Oh my goodness, that was an amazing amount of speed through there. Going up the hill onto the runway. That was much faster than the last one. We carried so much speed through those two tight corners. Look at that, already over 500,000. And really doing a solid job throughout all these races. Across the line. 2 seconds slower than the last one, but that was only because I was impeded. To be fair, I costed him 3 seconds, so fair trade. Alright, one more restore. Do we have enough? We probably might not, but we'll see. final. We did as much as we could. Jesus, that was super close. Go straight there. Here. That was super quick. 28.7. What was it? 7.3? 7.2. Much faster than anticipated. So, yeah, just ran out of time to do that final one, but that's A-okay. We really grinded that away, so we did good. Second free upgrade crate of the day incoming. You get a nitro segment, very nice. So, time to dive into the Underground Rivals. We do have 3 days and 2 hours left to complete the brand new week of Underground Rivals. And it's going to prove beneficial, but to a degree. Now, we didn't reach S tier in the driver division. That's mostly because I didn't have enough time to do this outside of course, the recordings. But that's totally fine. Winners of last week's events is UFA. That's followed by China 6 and Ben and Durham. Now, as far as points-wise, we did lose quite a few points. 1,700 to be exact. Total Underground store is 40,300. So we got some making up to do. King of the Underground is still China 6. And of course, the top 8 includes Ben and Darn. That'd be, I have no idea what that is. Stenaf, No Fear, 507, I'm Back, and Steffensdom. Now, of course, Landslide. We have quite a few stuff to go for here. We get blueprints all across the board. Blueprints for the DeLorean Alpha 5, blueprints for the Aston Martin Vulcan, for the Ferrari, which we of course do have. And then in half a week's time, we have Rain Check. Of course, we got the Charger Hellcat Alpha 5 and the Impreza WRX for the driver division. We don't have anything for the Speedster division, but for the Breakneck division, we do have that LaFerrari. And we can look forward to getting 180SX blueprints as well as YR blueprints potentially. Of course, no Ferrari Enzo blueprints because we don't have any Speedster division cars. In a week and a half time, we have Black Ridge Outskirts where hopefully we'll get that Koenigsegg CC850 for the Breakneck division. We won't have anything again for the Speedster division. We are fully locked in the driver division, of course. And we get Integra DC2 Type R blueprints. We won't get any Urus blueprints, but we will get Lamborghini Essenza's SCV12 blueprints, which would be very, very nice. And then 2.5 weeks time, we get Sandstorm Showdown. This week, we will, of course, have hopefully the KTM Expo GTXR for the Speedster division, as well, of course, with the Mustang GT. We, of course, have the Essenza's SCV12. The Pagani Huayra. Hopefully, we'll also get that Koenigsegg 1-1 for the Breakneck division. We are fully locked in the driver division, and we get some good blueprints for the 370Z, the Jaguar XKR SGT. Try saying that 3 times fast, as well as the McLaren GT, which we've raced for before, but we didn't end up getting, and Lamborghini Centenario for reaching rival division. Okay. Well, enough talk. It's time to race. Breakneck division. We got the Yesco. We got the CCX. Of course, we are going to hop in the Yesco because that is much faster than the CCX. And it looks super solid. But I'm thinking before we do... No, we'll do that later on. We'll worry about the wraps later on. Maybe I should have started off with the CCX. just to sort of give myself a bit of a warm up. It's been a few days since I drove in this game, so I say that, but I completed a bunch of races and actually proved that I'm still in top form. So as high as I can go for now. Oh, beautiful launch. This thing is a rip. Man, I'll tell you, when Christian von Koenigsegg decided he wanted to build hypercars, he was not kidding. He was dead serious, and he set out to build some of the world's fastest cars. And Christian von Koenigsegg, I salute you, sir. You did a phenomenal job with a bunch of these cars, even though I'm playing them in video game. But a lot of these cars, realistically, are as advertised in a lot of the video games that not only I play, but a lot of y'all play. Of course, I haven't seen a car that hit 400 miles an hour, but outside of that, a lot of these cars are actually as advertised when it comes to performance. I mean, think about it, 1,700 horsepower coming from a twin turbo V8, and of course hybrid electric power as well. You have a 1,800 horsepower two-door four-seat hypercar that has 600 of those horsepower off of a 3-cylinder engine. Think about that for a second. Yes, I'm talking about the Koenigsegg Gemera. That thing is freaking wild. Looks like a boat that probably doesn't drive like one with all that power. Yikes! I couldn't move out the way at the last minute. I reckon I didn't move out of the way of that one. Closer. No speed carrying through here. Got a lot of traffic. Ouch. I thought I'd be able to avoid that one. Oof. Heavy contact. But across the line, we still managed to win the race. By almost 10 seconds at that. He was flying through that course. Lining up for the next race. And I think it's a similar course, but the same, a little bit different. I'm not 100% sure on that. Barely missed out on the perfect range. That's okay. Save up and then blast out the corner with the nose. 300 heading into the next hairpin corner. That is insane. Of course, dropping it back down to 200 just so we can try to make the corner at least. Using the walls to help us slow down some, but not too much. Across the line, just over 30 seconds. I feel like we can get that time down. I just, of course, getting the perfect launch helps out a lot, amongst other things that would help out as well. But we did really solid on that one. And it's time to slide out the breakneck division into the driver division. We got tons of different cars to use. We're going to start off, I know this sounds a little bit backwards, but we're going to start off with this Shelby Daytona. And all the cars are actually pretty close in performance too. 616, 625, 626. Not bad. But I feel like the more difficult my opponents, the harder it's going to be to deal with them. but we're gonna give it our best shot, of course. Also, do need to work on that Mustang, that Boss 302. I need to work on that Boss 302. This car will be another one of those cars I won't be adding the new wraps to, just to keep that classic look. I feel like a lot of the muscle cars will have the classic look and just keep the classic look going on, just for the sake of keeping the classic look. And I know a lot of my fans are like older cars, someone let's say to be an older person to appreciate older cars, because I'm an older myself. I'm not going to say obvious reasons, but a lot of people that enjoy cars such as me, and hopefully a lot of y'all, do appreciate the older cars as well. Hence why a lot of people out there in this world try to collect the older cars, restore them to what they originally looked like, and they're worth tons of money if you have managed to do it right. About a couple years ago, I seen a Shelby Daytona similar to this one. I think the color was a little bit different, but it was all parts matching, all original, like, relatively low mileage considering the car is like over 60 years old. And it went for like 2.3 million. Yeah. So these cars can fetch tons and tons of money if you restore them right, if you maintain them well. Even better example, a few weeks ago when we had the event for the Ferrari 250 GTO, that car in real life was one in mint condition, very low mileage, is the world's most expensive car at $110 million. That is the highest ever price for an auction car. And of course, it'd be a Ferrari. And across the line, just over 50 seconds. Absolutely destroyed my opponent. Alright, and that's 5 underground rival races complete. Let's go ahead and hop out of there because we still did need to grab some more materials from in the black market. Of course, we have to grab our third free upgrade crate of the day as well. And I know it's been a while since we've dived into the car series, for obvious reasons, because we don't have really any cars that we can use in the car series at the moment, because some cars still need to be upgraded. Money's limited. It was limited until just now, where I just made over 800,000 in doing multiple races. Of course, we're getting a whole bunch of parts now. As you can see, we're getting tons of materials that we need, tons of materials that we don't need, but we're still going to grab anyways. Well, actually, the stuff we don't need, we're not going to grab. And we're actually going to go ahead and dive straight into the garage right now. We're not going to worry about wraps at the moment. The biggest thing that we do have to focus on is working on a few of these cars. Quite a few of these cars. Sliding on over to the muscle category, the biggest thing that we do have to work on, of course, is this Boss 302. And in fact, doing this is going to help us out significantly. So we needed to add that carbon in to the wheels to bump up that performance. So that part is maxed out. We are very close to maxing out the Boss 302. We need a total of 4 of these carbons, which I'll try to push to try to get those carbons in the coming days. That way we can fully upgrade this Boss 302. And this will be a boss car. All pun intended. Yes, all pun intended. I meant to say every single word. Anyways, over to this, where we have all these modules that we need to add to the Corvette. I'm glad I'm adding it to the Corvette because this is another one of the cars that we will be using. In fact, we have just enough modules to add in all the materials that we need. Only thing we need, of course, is 4 more carbon, which again I'll try to obtain that. But since we're not driving it that often, it's not necessarily a priority. At least not at the moment. I mean, it's a partial priority, but it's not a full priority when it comes to this one. Oh wait, I think I did add the wrap to the Camaro. Yeah, to the Camaro. That's okay. Firebird, obviously, we're going to leave as is. That wrap is very nice, or at least the look of it. Of course, the Snoop Dogg Challenger, can't change that. That's just how it is. Falcon XB Coupe, we, of course, got all that. Model 18, which is something that y'all actually designed as far as like the paint color and such. Keep that as is. Of course, the Unicorn and the Snoop Dogg GT500 will be the same as well. Sliding over to the sports category, I believe there was a part that needed to be rebuilt, but I'm not 100% sure on that. No, there was not a part that needed to be rebuilt. Not for this one, anyways. I am going to check on the 911, this one, just to see what. Of course, it was a carbon that I needed. And then probably a carbon here. So that's like 11 carbon already that I need amongst 3 cars just to bump up performance. So yeah, a lot of work to be done to a lot of these cars. Of course, all of it costs money, in-game money, of course. What's this on the motor? Oh, right. I've been meaning to add this, and I believe we're getting close to having enough of these. Oh, we need one more. Dang it, if I didn't miss out on Monday, I would have had it. Oh, well. How many blueprints we need? We still need a significant amount of blueprints. A total of 26, I believe. Okay. Diablo SV. Looking good, though. Looking good. Let's see. What else? What else needs to be worked on? Hyper category. I mean, it's been a while since we touched any of these. Yesco and Yesco Absolute looking smug with their performance ratings. Classic Sports. Really isn't much to do in the Classic Sports section. I mean, majority of these cars are already maxed out, fully staged, and all that. So, just only so much that we can do with those. And of course, street category, well, we already know where we stand on that. We just gotta max out the Civic Type R and the Scirocco, and we gotta get the Mercedes. But that'll take more time than worth. But I digress. Now to slide on into the car series, because again, rumor has it, and it didn't show, but there might be a brand new car series that has came. And apparently that is not the case. If it was, it would have shown right here. 825 I need for the Wyra. Let's go back into the garage just briefly and actually take a look at said Wyra. So it's currently sitting at 815. If we can obviously get 7 more blueprints for the Wyra, that'd be great. But also, if we can maybe get a legendary motor, maybe legendary turbo, that would actually bump up performance to where we need, to where we can finish off that car series. That being said, Chop Shop. We got quite a bit of money. Not money. Scrap points. Probably not enough for what we need, but oh my goodness, we got a lot of stuff. Stuff that I know for a fact I probably don't even need. Goodness gracious. 30, 40, 50 of some of this stuff. I know for a fact I don't need these. But that's not going to get me much. Tell you what, let's... anything that's like above 40, we're going to... anything that's above like 30, we're going to cut down to 30. Just to try to not only, minimize the amount of stuff that we have, but also to free up some more space. Because our storage capacity is nearly at capacity. And that's not great. Don't want to go over capacity. Of course, a lot of these materials we do need, but we don't, again, want to go overboard. And we've gone quite overboard on a lot of stuff. Especially these bolts. Look how many bolts we have. Look at how many bolts we can get rid of. That's nearly half. Of course, that didn't get me much, but, shoot. A little bit of spring cleaning, as you could say. Alright. There's 42 of these. We don't need 42 nitro components. 35 of these. We don't need 35. We don't really need this much. I mean, we do, because there are a lot of cars that need a lot of these parts, materials. But it's just really taking up a lot. So 120 items, that's 25,000 scrap points that we're gaining. So that's a good amount. It's not great, but it's good enough. Over to parts, just to see. I know we don't have enough yet. We go over to the hyper side of things. I wonder if I get that nitro. Hyper motor, okay. Okay, we know our target. We know our target, we'll go for it. Let's see. We will hop back into the PvPs here just shortly, but it's almost time to grab our 4th free upgrade crate of the day. Less than 10 seconds left to go, so let's sit this one through. Alright, wheel mechanism. That's really nice, and I think that's something that we were in abundance of at the moment. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Did not need to go into the garage. Did need to check on missions. We already completed one. We need... dang, we only did 180 seconds? That's literally 3 minutes. So we need basically over 30 minutes of nitro boost. Okay, well, that won't happen in one episode, but it'll happen. We'll get that wrapped. Back into the PvPs. We're going to hop back in the landslide. We're going to skip out on the speedster division for this episode, but we will, of course, do that in later episodes. Of course, I'll do that also in my free time. And something else, I'm going to dial back, because obviously we're doing a whole bunch of special events, vault events. We're going to dial back on, of course, as we already have been, on the daily grind. It's not going to be daily, probably bi-daily or whatever, however we want to put it. Of course, this course is going to help me out a lot, because nitro strips. That's going to help me to do the nitro burn as much as we can. This is quick. And across the line, just over 36 seconds. Now we're going to go ahead and try to push to get into C tier before we end off the episode. And that'll at least give us enough time to grab the final free upgrade crate as well as the premium crate right at the end. That's actually a pretty clean Mustang. I didn't think those wheels would look good on the Boss 302, but it looks fairly solid. He didn't have the wing on it, which is something I wouldn't do, but it looks very clean, especially with that. Look at that. That's great. Start was not great. Huge error and a bit lopsided there, but he managed to bring it back together. Crash into another minivan as we crow across the finish line. But we won 20 races in the Shelby Daytona. Very nice. We get some camos. Of course, we could have been faster with that run, but it's alright. Of course, a lot of stuff I already got rid of, like that motor segment and nitro component. I just continue to get more materials that we don't need. Alright. 3 more races. Let's try to get those blueprints for that Alpha 5. After this race, though, we will probably... No, we won't switch cars. Not for the drive division. Not until the next episode. That's when I'll switch over to the C2 Corvette. Perfect launch. Fantastic start off the run. Doing quite well here. Across the line. That one was much faster. Much faster. That was great. I remember Victor. I raced against Victor quite a few times, actually. I'm not sure if I recognize his Mustang. Actually, no, I do. Kept his very classic. Looks almost like a movie car. That's how nice it looks. Of course, it doesn't seem like he upgraded it. It is what it is. awesome. I'm just barely missing that final movement. Quite nice. And beat my opponent by literally 10 seconds. Alright, final run of the day. Oh, 10 near miss and 9 assignments complete. Good stuff. Final run of the day before we grab our final free crate and, of course, the premium crate. And this will get us into C tier, of course, win, which we will. I don't even know why I say if. The lower tier levels are basically a formality at this point, even though my car, this particular car, isn't maxed out or not even close to being maxed out. Because this car has a lot of performance behind it, it already it's basically a formality. Especially against the performance I'm dealing with this performance. That is definitely. Big contact. That could have been faster, but that's alright. Still won by a significant margin. And that's all that matters. Alright. That's C tier. That's, of course, 5 blueprints for the Alpha 5. Of course, if we make it all the way in the S tier, we get another 15 blueprints that now will allow us to stage up that DeLorean Alpha 5 up to 6 stars. And that will be very useful. And we lined them up. We knocked them down. We did fantastic there. Alright. So another 30 seconds before we get that final free upgrade crate, which will allow us to actually take a look, just briefly. I'm only going to do one car here. It's going to allow us to take a look briefly at the, let's see, what car do I want to use that wrap for? Let's do, that 370Z. So it allows us to take a look at the parade party wrap that celebrates Carnival. So we go over here to the exclusive wraps. I believe I have to scroll up for this one. Yes, parade party. Oh wow, would you look at that? That looks fantastic, actually. Kudos to whoever designed that one. That looks phenomenal. Of course, I may have to change up like the wheel colors and such. I think I have to change up the wheel colors. Let's go ahead and do candy. Let's do this opal. That's body. That's not what I needed. Let's keep the emerald chrome, but we need to go over to wheels and then rims. And this one we do the opal candy. Yeah, that looks oh man, that looks great. That looks phenomenal. Hold up, wait a minute. That looks fantastic. We of course kept the gold window tint. Oh man, that looks crazy good. Kudos to whoever designed this, man. This was fantastic. Yeah, that's great. Of course, I'll do the rest of those maxed out cars later on. Time to grab that final free upgrade crate of the day and the premium crate. And this is the section of the video where we will end it off, of course. So like and subscribe for more content. Also for motorsports and gaming content, I will leave links to different channels in the description. We get a wheel segment for the final free upgrade crate. Also, feel free to join my Discord and Patreon. Links to those will be in the description as well. So you can become members, help support the channel, and help me to produce better content. Time to grab the premium crate before we go. And of course, do the 3 re-rolls as well. So premium crate coming at you. Ooh. You know what? I'm not even going to do the rerolls. This is exactly what we needed for the M4. 3 blueprints for the M4. In fact, let's go ahead and stage up. Skip the rerolls. We don't need the rerolls at this point. We needed those blueprints. Over to sports. And there it is. M4, stage up. So stage 4 on the M4 is complete. So we're at 621 from a 605 in performance. Of course, we got new rims, new paint jobs, new visual parts. Of course, as far as paint job goes, mostly just the metallic colors now, which I will go ahead and switch over to. As far as the body, so that's black, metallic. Window tint, keep black. Wheels will be black metallic instead of black gloss. And of course, the brake calipers we'll leave as is for the time being. Parts, no body kits at the moment. We do get stage 4 headlights, which is basically the little eyelid covers. Hood is still stock until stage 5. Front bumper as well. Did we get any? Of course, we got the new wheels, which would be these, the Tusk Sprinters, but we're going to keep the BBS CKs on them. No mirrors until stage 5. Roof scoop as well. Rear spoiler, no skirts, no fenders, no bumpers. Tail lights won't be until stage 5 as well, so. And no exhaust either. So really just wheels and the little eyelid cover things, which we just put on the car. So brighter, it was sort of like a more reflective look because of the metallic, and of course everything else that comes with it. So looks phenomenal. That'll wrap it up for this episode. It's your boy Warner Brother. Much love, much appreciation. Stay blessed out there, and I am out of here. Peace.